So this show is called Coming Full Circle, and we always end our conversations by asking our guests, what does coming full circle mean for you?
What coming full circle for me, what that means is being able to manifest whatever it is that I desire. And the mind is very, very, very powerful, and the heart, it's not just about the mind, it's like everything. And I feel that, of course, I haven't come full circle, because the day I do is the day, but I do believe that the dots of my life, some of them have actually come full circle. I believe that I'm in a space whereby there are things that I've dreamt of. There are things that I wanted to achieve purely from a mind space,
Yes.
from my lips to God's ears, and they happen. And right now, I'm in a space in my life whereby, it's like, what do you call it? It's like I'm floating, because I'm just manifesting things. But I'm even manifesting, it's really, really interesting. Sometimes I have friends who say to me, Sithole, you said this. Do you remember 2 years ago? And you said in 19 whatever, I am going to do this.
Yes.
In 2020, I'm going to do this. And I park it. I don't even work towards it. And then I'm doing it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then you realize that it's years and years of putting in the time, the spirit, the love. And it's coming. And when you are in that space, even when it is coming, because there are always two forces, negative and positive. Very strong, powerful, always working. And when positivity is about to happen, negative forces come in. And it's the nature, it's the yin and yang. And you then maybe get caught up in that negativity. And you know that the universe is not going to bring something to you when you are going to.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm in that space sometimes when I can actually see when a comment is made by somebody, or when something happens, and I can actually see, there, because this is coming. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you also make very difficult decisions of sometimes letting certain people go that you love very much, and you continue to love them, and you show up for them when the shit hits the fan for them. Show up and you move on.
Anything that money can buy is not everything.
Yes.
And I say this and people don't understand. I'm like, let me say it slowly. Anything that money can buy is not everything. Because you have just reminded me of that. Because everything is that to which you channel your energy, right? So when you have money as a motivator, you and I have spoken about this. Every time I've done anything for money, I've lost money. I've made friends with people I don't even care for. That's why they're no longer in my pocketbook. So money cannot be your motivator. Money can also not be your stumbling block.
No.
Right?
No. You're right.
That's the second part. The third part you said was, yes, we can issue these desires into the universe and go in the year of the Lord 2025, this is what I'll be doing. But you supported it with something important. You said, do the work. Too many people, young and old, dream and they don't have a plan, right? So my good friend Vikela always says this. He says, you have to plan for the dream. You can't just say, I'm dreaming. And too many people just dream. My version of that is to the Christians: pray, at least work for what you're praying for. So you can't just be out here in the streets going, I've handed it over in prayer. Do the work. So to you, my sister, I celebrate and love all of you. And we could be here for days,
Yes.
but we don't have that time.
Yes, indeed.
But until next time, I will continue to wish you clarity so you see what you need to see, and the courage to then walk on the path that that clarity provides. So how do people access your forms? 'Cause
Well,
I want them to find you.
I have a fantastic web designer at the moment, and I'm having a bit of a tug of war with her because I'm not a social media person.
Okay.
It's deliberate.
Okay.
I'm like, I want to keep some of my life to myself.
Okay. But where
To
do people,
myself.
so how do people want to read?
www.nayanayapictures.com. I'll be able to give you the information on where you can get the work.
Okay.
Some of it is with distributors. Some of the work I own myself.
Okay.
And some of it I don't own. So I would be able to point people in the right direction.
Awesome.
And on another note, I know I'm supposed to be leaving, but one of the things that I have challenged myself to do, not challenged, it's not a challenge actually, because COVID has brought out fear in people, and everyone is being told, hold on to every penny that you have because we don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
I made a decision to raise money and to give away to people quite a bit of it, and it's fantastic.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not rich, you know that, by any money rich by any stretch
You're
of the
wealthy.
imagination.
You're wealthy.
But I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to raise money. Some of the money that I am going to raise, I'm going to give money to my friends' moms. I am going to buy Christmas gifts for all the teachers that have taught my daughter. All my friends are going to get something. And my grandchildren, because my sisters and brothers have children who have children.
Yes.
And I always say they made me a grandma.
Yes.
Very young.
Yes.
So all my grandchildren are getting gifts because I felt that we need to teach each other to not buy into the consciousness of what is going out there. And fear is driving a lot of people. Fear to not give, fear to not live. And I decided, no, I'm not going to do that.
There we go. So promise me that you also will now let go of the fear of not buying champagne and popping
Yes.
it every day when you
But
wake
you
up.
told me just now that that is what you do.
Yeah.
And I am going to do that
Yeah.
tomorrow, because another thing is also guilt. It's black women. There are so many things that we've grown up with. And that's another story, another time. So it's like, oh my goodness, I am drinking something that costs 1,500 rands for 2 months. Oh, but there are people that, oh, that's nonsense. I'm a queen. I should drink and bathe in champagne and Chanel No. 5. Should I choose to? So tomorrow, I am buying myself a case of champagne.
Yes.
And I am going to manifest
Yes.
never-ending champagne for the rest of my life.
I am on that
Thank you.
I am on that
Thank
bus with
you.
my beloved.
Thank you.
So next time you're going to come, I think we should actually have a conversation about guilt and the black woman.
Yes,
Yeah?
because that's a huge thing.
Okay, good.
Black women.
Okay.
That's a huge thing.
Okay.
Man.
We'll have that conversation.
And my daughter is like, the other day I wanted to buy a handbag. Mommy, just buy it. You never buy anything for yourself. And I said, no, it's too expensive. I can't. No, mommy, just buy it. And I couldn't. So, but I'll start baby steps.
Awesome.
Champagne.
Good. 2 more bubbles.
Yes.